Hi there, what's up? My name is Vishal from my web, and in this video we are going to work on the adding our products to the cart page. It's mean that as you can see here is button, we have this button, but it's not working now, and whenever I try to go and click on this add to cart, it's not working now. So how can you make it enable to work on it, and how can you add our products to the cart? Let's see. Welcome back. So before starting the main topic, I just noticed one thing. I just missed my category name at here. The reason is upgrading the bootstrap version. So how can I solve this issue? So I'm just going to my bootstrap, my product.php file, and in the product.php, where is my category name? Let me close this. Okay, so as you can see, there is a badge and this is badge dark, so I just remove this class. Okay, I just type the bg-dark. Okay, just save and refresh. So now my category name is now visible. Now let's come to the add to cart button. So here you have my add to cart button. Okay, let me increase the font size. Okay, oh, so basically it's not a typical button, it's just an anchor text. So I just remove this. So I button, and the type I define as a button. Okay, all is looking good. Save and refresh. Now it's a button now. And now I'm going to check the class name. This is the class name is product add cart button. If you don't have, just write this product dash add dash cart dash button. Okay, so I just copy this class name, and I'm going to make a jQuery selector. So for the starting this jQuery selector, I need to start a script tag. Script, and I start my jQuery code. So for starting this jQuery code, I need to write document dot ready, and then I run a function semicolon. Okay, and now I write a comment add to cart function. Okay, and now creating a selector. So for the creating a selector, I need to take a dot for the class and paste my class name. Okay, whenever I click on this button, it's run a function again. Okay, for the testing purpose, I create an alert, and I just type added to cart. Okay, put a semicolon and save. Now refresh my page, and now click on this add to cart. So as you can see, here we have add to cart. After that thing, what I need to add my product into the cart, the first thing which comes in my mind is product ID. Okay, so I take a variable for this thing. I also need a variable for my product ID. So let product underscore ID. Okay, the question is, how can you get our product ID? We are clicking on this button. So I just change this line, and I take a data attribute. So data dash product dash ID equals to, and for this thing I just copy this line, this one, and paste it over here, and I change my key name. The key name is my column name, this is my product underscore ID. Okay, so this is my data product dash ID. So I just copy this, and I remove this, and take dollar this and dot data, and I paste my data key name. Okay, save, and now again I create an alert, and I print my product ID. Okay, just save and refresh. Now when I click on the add to cart, now we have the 6. When I go back to my home page, and when I click on another product, and when I click on this, we have this product ID 4. Okay, so I remove this line, And again I'm going back to my login.php file and copy this my AJAX code for the first code. Okay, so I just copy this lines and paste it over here. Okay, and I remove this success response because I will do it on later, and I just leave this console response. Okay, yeah, and I change my URL also, user login. So I use add to cart .php, and I remove this fd, and I create an object and send my product underscore id equals to colon, and I just copied this again and paste it over here. Okay, after this I'm going to the action folder and just copy this file name, and I'm going back to my action folder and create a new file and paste my file name. And for the testing purpose, I just echo a message. So echo cart action page. Okay, save. Now I'm going back to my home page. I'm in the product page and open my network tab. Now click on this add to cart button. Okay, so as you can see here we have my add to cart. Here is my payload as a product underscore id 4, and here we have my product cart action php and page. Okay, so I just copy this once again, and I'm going back to my action page and remove this line and checking with the if is set $_post, and what we have is my if it's available, then our function will be working. Okay, and for this things I just store this into a product id variable. So $product underscore id equals to this. Okay, for the testing page I just echo it again, save, and when I again click on this, you can see now in the preview we have this 4. Okay, now the next step is I'm going to the class folder, and in my class folder I create a new class which is my cart.php. Okay, and in this cart.php I start my PHP tag before starting with anything, and I require underscore once, which is my colon crud.php. Okay, now I start my class. The class name will be same as my file name, so class cart, and I extends my crud.php. Okay, so crud, extend class crud. Okay, now and I create a function, so public function add underscore to underscore cart, and this echo this is comes from my cart class. Okay, now how can you call this class? So I'm again going back to my add to cart page. Okay, first of all I just copy this line and paste it at here and change with my class go back to our one step of folder slash class slash my cart.php. Okay, and after this I create a new object which is my cart, so $cart equals to new cart. Okay, and for the calling this code I just call $cart arrow, and that my function. Okay, so I just copied this function name and paste it over here. Okay, let me just echo this, and I remove this echo and print type return. Okay, just save. I check in the browser. I'm not reloading this page. I just click on this add to cart. As you can see, now this is comes from my cart class. So as you can see, you don't need to write more complex code on the same page. You just need to call this a cart page. Okay, so I'm going back to my cart.php, and you can write your all classes like the public function add to cart, and also public function update underscore cart, and you can return your all things like return. This is for update cart. Okay, and this copy, you just need to copy this function name and you can call it at here simply. Okay, and for testing purpose you can just click on this add to cart. This is for update cart. Okay, but for the now we are working on the add to cart function. So again, I'm going back to my cart.php, and I create a I just write a comment. This is for add your product to cart. Okay, I remove this line and start my work. Okay, so the next thing is you need to check your user is authenticated or not. Check your user is logged in or not. Okay, so again we're checking with if is set $_session and check my logged in. So again, I'm going back to login.php file, and at the top of the page I already checked this thing. So as you can see, I just copied this line and again I paste it at here. Okay, and I check if it's not is set. Okay, if it's not logged in, then it return a output. So I create $output equals to, and I return an array. So with a status is false, and my out message, you are not logged in, is login to, please log in. Okay, just log in. That's it, and save. Okay, again I'm going back to my page and I click on this add to cart. Okay, let me clear this history. Now I'm clicking on this add to cart again. As you see, array to string conversion is array. Okay, so how can you convert in a JSON format? Because as you can see in my data type, it's a JSON. So I'm again going back to my add to cart page and print it as a JSON underscore encode. Okay, just save and click on this. So as you can see, you are not logged in, please log in. Okay, so how can you check and remove this page for the login module? Because I want to automatically redirect to this from this to my login page. So how can I do that? So I'm going back to my product.php, checking with my if condition. So if my response dot status equals to false, then I redirect to my home page. So window dot location dot hyperreference equals to my login.php. Okay, save, and I refresh this page because I changing in my script tag. So just click on add to cart. Okay, it's already login. So again, going back to log out, and again, yes, click on this add to cart. Now it's moved back to our login.php. Okay, so again click on this login successful. Again, when I click on this add to cart, so again I'm going back to my add to cart page. Okay, I'm not starting my session, so again I need to start my session underscore start. Okay, and again refresh. Now click on this home page. Now click on this add to cart. Let's see my response. It's null, just because we just clear this if condition. Okay, so again I type my else condition, else if user is logged in. Okay, so first of all I need to store my user ID. So user underscore ID equals to $session underscore user underscore ID. Okay, let me check in my login action, user underscore login underscore action. So my user ID is stored in this ID only. Okay, so I just need to store this into my ID. Okay, and let me echo this, save, and click on this add to cart for and null. Okay, let me return this, save, and add to cart again. This is 4. Okay, it's meant that we have my user ID. Okay, now how can you print my product ID? So again, going back to my add to cart and pass my product ID as an argument and view this function. Okay, so product ID, and again I'm going back to my cart.php and take a parameter as add to product ID. Okay, and I return my product ID from here. Okay, for testing purpose. Now click on the set to cart. Now we have our ID, product ID, which is 6. Okay, so next thing is we need to create a database for the cart page. So again I'm going back to my database. So for these things I just visit my localhost /phpMyAdmin and open my database, which is my web underscore ecom, and create a new table, which is my cart name. Okay, for this thing I take a ID, my user underscore and ID, and also my product underscore ID, and the quantity also, and I take 2 more columns. For this is for created underscore at and updated underscore at, and I make it this auto increment this ID, and all is working looking good. For the ID, product ID is integer, quantity is also integer, created at will be my current timestamp. So I choose timestamp. Okay, I just take it as a variable character, and for the updated at I take timestamp. Okay, and just click on this save. Okay, sorry, I need to enter the length also, so I take 30 and click on the save. Okay, now I'm going back to my product.php, I'm in my cart.php, and I remove this line for the now, remove this line. And okay, now after this I need to store this into my database. So I create a comment again, store my product into database. Okay, and I create a cart where I create a variable cart item where I store my array cart items, which is my product underscore id. Okay, what is my database name is product underscore id. So I just copy this and paste it over here, and my product id, as you can see here we have my parameter and my user underscore id, which is this user underscore id variable. Okay, and what will be quantity? So I'm taking this quantity from my second parameter, because maybe in future we'll take add more than 2 quantity in future. So dollar quantity, sorry, not category id, quantity, and copy this and paste it over here. Okay, let's save, and again I'm going back to my to cart and create a default argument, which is my 1. Okay, save. Okay, take a string. This is my add to cart, looking fine. Okay, I put the semicolon, save, and okay, I create a variable insert into cart equals to. Okay, before this video, as you know, we create a object for the accurate class, and then we create an object and then call this as like the dollar obj colon insert. Okay, but in this video we don't need this, because I already extend my CRUD class from this CRUD.php. So we only need to call this this parameter without making objects, dollar this insert, and I need to assign my table name, which is cart column, sorry, comma cart item. Okay, just save and checking with my if condition. Okay, semicolon, and if insert into cart and open my output. So I return an output if it's success. So dollar output equals to status true and message product has been added successfully. Okay, I put a semicolon, save, and also I also enter my else condition. I put my else condition and I return this if it's not successful. So return, and this is by false, and I change my message. This is for something went wrong. Okay, save. Now click on this. Okay, let me refresh my page. Click on the set to cart, and see product has been added successfully. Let me check into my database, browse. So as you can see, we are successfully added my product to the cart page. What happened if I add again, click on this add to cart button? As you can see, add to cart. Now let me check into my database. Okay, so as you can see, a new column is also added, but we don't need this. Okay, because when I click when I click on this button again, so my quantity will be increased, not add a new create a new column. So I mean not insert a new column. We just need to update my quantity here. So how can I solve this issue? So I'm just going back to my code and checking at top of the page function and apply this else condition. In the else condition, I create a variable which is for the check cart equals to dollar this and check with custom underscore get and I put my table name, which is my cart, and I start my where condition. What is the most common thing is in my table name, which is my user ID and product ID. So I'm checking with the product underscore ID equals to dollar product underscore ID and and user underscore ID and user underscore ID equals to dollar user ID. Okay, and I put a semicolon and checking my if check cart. So if dollar check cart. Okay, and I put all this code into my else condition. Okay, so I remove this and I put all of them into my else condition. Only if I put a comment if I already have same product in my account or cart. Okay, sorry, not here, at here. Okay, if I already have the same product in my cart, so we just need to update my cart page. Okay, so first of all I need to a cart ID, so I create a variable which is for my cart underscore ID equals to dollar check cart and my ID. Okay, and again I create a cart item, so I just copy this line and paste it over here and remove this product ID and the cart ID. Okay, and copy this and I copy my column name and paste it over here. Okay, after that I just need to increase one more quantity at here. Okay, and again I create a variable which is my update underscore cart equals to dollar this update my cart item. Put my cart item variable at here as a second argument and comma, and I put my condition which is my where ID equals to dollar cart underscore ID. Okay, and if it's successful, my dollar update cart, if it's successful, then I return again a message. Okay, I just copied this message from here. Product has been updated. Okay, so product has been updated. Okay, and I exit from here. Okay, we don't need this because I already used the return method. Just save and check into my browser, refresh. Let me clear this data and again refresh. Now click on this add to cart. Okay, product has been added successfully, as you can see also in database here where my quantity is 1. Now when I click on this add to cart, okay, undefined array key ID in line number 24, where ID, let me check. Okay, let me click on this add to cart, undefined array key ID in line number 24, check cart, this is my ID. Okay, sorry, my bad. I need to also need to put my another third parameter, which is my fetch. Okay, just save. Now click on this add to cart again. As you can see the product has been updated. Let me check in my database. So as you can see the quantity is increased now. Okay, now I'm going back to my home page, I mean product page, and I want to alert message like my login. Okay, so how can you solve this issue? So again I'm going back to my product.php, and okay, I'm going back to my login.php, and I copy my alert, I mean my this toast message from here, and I cut this and I paste it in my footer.php file. Okay, so I'm just going back to my includes and the footer.php, and at the beginning of this code I paste my code at here. Okay, and again where is my add to cart? Yeah, add my product.php, and I cut this script tag from here and I remove this all of them, and I paste it into my JS folder, and here we have my main.js. I just open my main.js and semicolon and paste it over here. Okay, why I'm doing this, I just want to make it for the universal. Okay, and again I put a comment. This is for add our product to cart. Okay, now I'm going to check if my response dot status equals to true. Okay, and for testing this things, I just print a message into my console dot log and my response. Okay, and just save. Now I make a hard reload, and let's open my console and click on this add to cart. So as you can see, we are getting successful response in my console. So I just going back to my login.php, and in a successful response I already have this. Okay, so I just copied this, and I'm again going back to my main.js and paste it over here. Okay, and my message is same as like my live toast, because live toast is now placed in my footer.php, and all code is on the same place. When you click on this control U, so as you can see my toast message is at here. Okay, and my main.js file is at here, and when you visit this main.js file, so you can also clearly see this function at here. So all code is on the same page, so you don't need to worry about it. I mean where is my code, where it comes from. Okay, so don't worry about it. Just refresh. Now click on this add to cart. Product has been updated. Okay, again going back to my home page and open my another product. Now click on this add to cart. Okay, this again the same. Oh sorry, my mistake. I open my M34 and click on this add to cart. Product has been added successfully. Okay, now let me check in my database. So this is quantity is 5 now. The quantity is 5 now, and I'm making the difference. I just click on this add to cart button once again, and my product has been updated successfully at here. Okay, so as you can see, how can you add a product into my cart database? And in the second part of this video, in the next video, we will work on the cart page. We will create a UI for the cart page, and we'll display all the cart items in that page. And in that same page, we'll also manage our quantity, and we count the subtotal and other things. So meet you soon in the next video. Till then, thank you so much and stay with me. Happy coding.